Hello friends, my name is Hako and welcome to the channel. Yesterday I had a bit of an exchange in the comments on my coffee time video where someone was, in kind of a rude way, saying that I was an idiot and I had no idea how to play the game or no idea how to build my Jane, for the simple fact that I had an Anomaly Master disc 6 on her. Now I have an attack on her because after this, even though the message was delivered in a very rude way, I decided to, test it out and see if there's any validity to what they were saying. So the claim that was being made was that since my Jane is M2, so I have 2 cinemas on her, she no longer needs Anomaly Master on her 6, and it is a waste, and you're throwing, and you're basically pouring damage down the drain by doing it. So if we look at C2, this doesn't really, benefit physical anomaly build-up at all, but it does increase the damage that your assaults do. So my reason for running Anomaly Mastery on Jane is that 1, every calculation I've seen is, well, it pulls ahead. And then 2, if your assaults deal more damage, the more assault you can inflict on an enemy, the better, yeah? So what they really meant was that at M1, the maximum user base attack social jumps are increased by 1, while in Passion State, Jane's physical anomaly build-up rate increased by an extra 15%. So, since she gets 15 extra physical anomaly build-up rate from M1, she can scrap Anomaly Mastery on number 6. Now, do you know what Anomaly Mastery does? So we can see here that we get 44 Anomaly Mastery from this, since this is the only disc that can give Anomaly Mastery. Every point of Anomaly Mastery gives 1 point of physical damage build-up rate. So our disc actually gives us 44% physical anomaly build-up rate. So basically 3 times what we get from the M1. So I decided to do a couple of tests. I decided to pop into the VR training and fight 1 Dullahans and then 2 Thanatos. Now, Dullahan is a very tanky enemy. And I have some great clips, like side by side, and I'll let them do the talking from here, and then we talk in between them, alright? Alright everybody, so let's sum that up. Anomaly Mastery on disc 6 clocked in at 46 seconds, meanwhile attack percentage clocked in at 52 seconds. So that is a 13% slower clear on the attack percentage compared to the Anomaly Master one. Now, what happens if we try and do this to an enemy that doesn't die from 2 procs from the Anomaly Master one, but does so on versus the attack percentage one? Let's try against an even tankier enemy, which is Dullahan, and once again the rules are we beat 3 of them to kind of mimic somewhat of a hard content in the game, and that also gives us some sort of view what it would be like fighting an extended boss battle as well, for example. Now let's see. Alright everybody, welcome back once again. So, what could we see? Anomaly Master wins out yet again, but as you might have noticed, the first Dullahan actually died faster for the attack percentage than the Anomaly Master one. But in any sort of like, you know, prolonged scenario or like any sort of late game scenario where there are multiple tough enemies back to back, Anomaly Master will most likely win out ahead, at least it did during my testing of it. So basically, am I an idiot? Do I have no idea how to play, etc. by running Anomaly Mastery on my disc 6 on my Yane? I wouldn't say so. And here's the thing: I'm not the kind of guy that, you know, sticks my heel down in the ground and dies defending a hill just for the sake of it. Like, I have no interest in that. I'm very open to the fact that, you know, I might be doing, you know, something wrong, and like, you know, gladly take any sort of criticism towards that. Like, you know, constructive criticism is like, oh, Hako, I've heard that, you know, when Jane Doe is M1 or M2, she doesn't need this, she doesn't need that. Like, what's your thought on that? I see that you're running this and that. But coming out swinging is not the way to do it. Like, you know, belittling and basically calling you an idiot that have no idea how to play and that you're delusional. And I got even accused of spreading misinformation for simply running Anomaly Mastery on my disc 6. One, I would advise, you know, take a big long walk outside, get some fresh air. This is a very soft, chill, amazing game. We don't need that kind of community. We don't need to have our, you know, fangs out, claws out. You will get so far in life with, you know, just being a little bit humble and open and just have a nice freaking approach. And even though the message was delivered in a very rude way, and I'm obviously not gonna out the person because I don't want anybody from, you know, the community going and attacking them. Like, even though the message was delivered in a very rude way, I decided to test it out if is there any validity to it, and no, there was not, and I don't quite frankly know where the person is coming from. Maybe some other content creator have, you know, claimed that it is this and that. So I don't know. Before you decide to go out and be very rude on the internet, like, one, don't, but especially if you're gonna be doing it, at least make sure that you are right. And like I told the person, attack percentage is highly valuable on the end, as is Anomaly Mastery. Like, I wasn't trying to make out that, you know, Anomaly Mastery is far superior than attack percentage, because I don't think they are. I think they are about of like equal value. And in certain content, I do believe that even attack percentage will pull ahead of Anomaly Mastery. Short-term content, when there's, you know, just a few boss enemies, like say the cleanups, perhaps you get a faster clear with attack percentage. And yeah, like, that doesn't mean that people running Anomaly Mastery are, you know, idiots. But anyway, I hope someone else found this video helpful, and let's just make sure to, you know, keep a nice. Let's make sure to just keep a nice attitude towards each other. Life is quite horrible enough as it is. Do not bring hate into my anime theories. And I want to extend a big thank you to everybody that, you know, constantly makes my day with your awesome and sweet comments, and I love engaging with all of you peeps. And I get very few stinkers on the channel. And thank you all for that. But I will stop myself from re-yapping on, and I will thank you so much for watching, and until next time, Hako out.